Welcome to the season finale of Touchdown Friday Night as we decide who will play for a title at Kroger Field next week. I'm Kendrick Haskins.
And I'm Dusty Baker. We had 4 teams from Louisville playing home games in the state semifinals. We're going to start off with our game of the week, Lexington Catholic. The Knights taking on the Cal Centurions. Let's go to the action early in the first quarter. That sign, by the way, Kendrick, that said, tell your girlfriends you're off next Saturday. Cal making a big statement early, and this is Cole Hodge making a big statement. Finds Justin Ruffin for a 37-yard touchdown just like that at 7-0. Second quarter, Hodge keeping it himself for the score. Remember, Jeffrey Vizanda, the running back, is out with a high ankle sprain. It's 14-0 in favor of the Centurions. Hodge doing it with his legs, he does it with his arm, and he also is able to find his receiver Ruffin again. This time, Ruffin making a move.
Breaking ankles.
He doesn't even have to be touched in this one. It's a 59-yard touchdown. 21-0. Cal has the lead, and Hodge was still on fire. This time he finds Darwin Cotton, who makes a cut. He shakes off a tackler. It's a 19-yard score. He points at the scoreboard because it's 28-0, Kendrick. It was a running clock following a Cole Hodge rushing touchdown with 5:06 left in the third quarter. Cal wins it 43-8, and they will return for the second year in a row to the state title. Coach Cantwell reflecting on the journey to get back to the title game.
They came out and played phenomenal. Lexington Catholic is a very good football team. That being said, you know, we're not surprised. We knew this team had the potential to be there. We struggled early in the fact that we weren't clicking on all cylinders to get wins like this early in the season. Challenged these guys weekly, and they just kept coming and kept responding. Right from the moment these guys get here, they get developed. You know, these guys work hard all off season. So when somebody goes down, they're ready to step up.
Cal playing some inspired football right now. Remember that Friday when Storms pushed all the games to the following Saturday? That's when Trinity hosted Frederick Douglass.
That was the most miserable week of my life. That was also week 2, and the Broncos walked out of Marshall Stadium with a 17-14 victory.
The Rocks looking for a little revenge. Jacob's Trinity team has been rolling since their loss at Mayo back in September. This game was a defensive struggle just before half. Trinity leading 7-0 when Brady McEnany picks off Jackson Stroutman to end the half. Same score, fourth quarter. One last chance for the Broncos to send it to overtime. Stroutman to Darion Talbert in the end zone. PAT ties it. We're headed to OT in the overtime. Trinity Zane Johnson rolls out, fakes me out. He hits Jacob Castelluzzo for the 4-yard score. Rocks up a touchdown. 4th and goal again for Frederick Douglass. Stroutman's pass to the end zone is knocked down. Trinity holds on to win 14-7. They're returning to the state championship game for the first time under head coach Jay Cobb.
To take this program back to a state championship game, what's that mean to you?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm happy for the fans and I'm happy for our players. Our players, and you know this, you've covered this program for a long time, but we're grinders. Our guys work, and you know, you saw 4 or 5 Division I kids on that side of the ball. We don't have that luxury. Our guys work really, really hard, and they overcome a lot. And like I said, I'm really proud of them.
The Trinity will get the winner of Bryan Station at Ballard. This would end up being another classic. First quarter, the Bruins' Journey Weiss takes the handoff, and he goes 9 yards for the score. It's 7-0 Ballard. Same score, second quarter. Larry Irvin looks to the end zone, and Alpha Seika makes the catch of the weekend. Gets both feet down. That counts on Sundays. It's 14-0 Bruins. However, Bryan Station comes all the way back, and in the fourth quarter, Trenton Cutright hits J.T. Haskins Jr. over the middle. His dad played for U of L. Now Jr. is taking the defenders to the state championship game thanks to this 65-yard catch and run. Bryan Station wins 24-21. Ballard season ends in the semifinals for the second straight year.
We played well. We're proud of the season. Came down to just execution for us tonight. There was a couple plays that we didn't execute on, or we overly executed and got a couple penalties, and it just came back to bite us in the butt.
Raceland, the Rams taking on KCD, the Bearcats. First quarter action we go. Logan Lundy having a big day, finds Brody Austin for a 36-yard strike. It's 7-0 in favor of Raceland. Second quarter, though, KCD's defense stepping up. That ball is loose, and KCD jumps all over it, but no points would come of it. Lundy, he would recover quickly. He airs it out to his man Parker Fannin, and he's fanning off tackler after tackler, and into the end zone he goes for a 56-yard touchdown. And just like that, it's 14-0 Rams. Noah Wallace also having a big day, taking the carry, and he's able to shake off a tackler, makes a cut. He's got open field in front of him. There are a lot of long gains in this game in particular. This was a 52-yard touchdown. He had to earn that final yard. Ultimately, the Rams would open with 28 unanswered points. Raceland races away with it 42-6. KCD's season closes with an 11-3 year. The final Touchdown Friday Night Player of the Week presented by Furniture Fair goes to Kentucky Country Day wide receiver Cameron Edwards. He had 4 catches for 128 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Bearcats' 29-16 win over Ludlow. And also KCD, by the way, with 3 Player of the Week winners this year. That is the record for this year.
For this year, okay. Our Beer Nose Delivery of the Week comes from Ballard. Larry Arvin looks deep to the end of the Alpha Seiko, who makes an amazing catch. Unfortunately, the Bruins would fall in this one, but Alpha Seiko makes the play of the week. That should be on Sports Center.
That's pretty amazing.
Our Beer Nose Delivery of the Week. After surviving an overtime scare against St. Joe's their last time out, 16th ranked Kentucky was back in action tonight.
Now the Cats looking for their 5th win in 6 games to start out the season.
And what I'd say, they put on a show. John Calipari's bunch put on an offensive clinic tonight. First half, Rob Dillingham, a little out of control here, but he kicks it out to Antonio Reeves for 3. Bang! He scored 23. Cats led 69. Yes, 69-41 at the break. Second half, Kentucky pours it on Dillingham for 3 of his 16 off the bench and 1. Cats up by 37. Freshman DJ Wagner had his best game so far, leading the way with 28. Kentucky wins 118-82. Here's Coach Cal after the game.
It was based on assists, shots made. Again, we're creating great opportunities for a team that can shoot. Why don't you play this way? Well, if you have a bunch of guys that can shoot it like this, you play this way.
Keep playing that way. How about that? The 20th ranked U of L women taking on undefeated Alabama in the Betty Chancellor Classic. First quarter action, Nyla Harris with the drive and the spin move for 2 of her game-high 18 points, but U of L trailing 38-33 at the half. Third quarter action, Sydney Taylor's three-pointer, giving U of L its first lead since they were up 2-0. She finished with 17 points. Time winding down, the Cards down by 3 when Harris is whistled for a moving screen, and that's ultimately what would do it for them as well. Alabama wins at 78-73, handing U of L its first loss of the year.
The UK women taking on number 3 Colorado in the Paradise Gym in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The Buffs are a contender. Aaronette Von Lay, younger sister of former IU star Noah Von Lay, she led the way with 19. Colorado wins 96-53. Kentucky will meet Cincinnati at 3:15 tomorrow. Now, back to the gridiron. The family pleasantries over the Thanksgiving holiday are over because it's finally game time for the battle for the Governor's Cup as the Cats and Cards meet at L&N Stadium.
Kentucky has won 4 in a row in 5 of the last 6 meetings as well.
And I think when it comes to in-state rivalries in college football and basketball, they're a lot of fun, and it's fun for everybody to be a part of, and everybody wants to come to the game and watch it and cheer on their team and try to have bragging rights.
We look at it like it's another opportunity. We play a lot of big games here. This one, I've said it from the moment I walked in here, that it was important. I know the importance of it to our fan base and to the community, and I've acknowledged that for 11 years.
This Saturday, the Hoosiers and Boilermakers resume their heated rivalry in West Lafayette.
IU and Purdue battle for the Old Oaken Buckets. The Old Oaken Bucket. And this week, Indiana head coach Tom Allen has been educating his players on the history of this rivalry.
And every single day this week, we're going to have a alumni video speaker that's going to challenge our guys about the bucket, and then with the video as well. So just constant every single day, just to continue to educate our guys and make them understand how big this game is.
We'll have all your highlights and post-game reaction of these two rivalry games. Thank you for joining us for another season of Touchdown Friday Night.
Isaacs and Isaacs Touchdown Friday Night is presented by Isaacs and Isaacs and brought to you by Bear Knows It's That Good, Furniture Fair, and MST Awards.